Hapa niko na kapro. Nishnakaskasa na wakafunya mpoke. Nakaskasa no krasa. Kama niko na kapro.
Just wanted to get to throw it back, and starting from that song Ngolea, still brings back so many memories right there. But John Chiti, that's shine.
You know what surprised me about that song?
Yeah.
People tell me I was young, I've grown, I didn't find him boy, and so I'm thinking, nobody she kula.
But levels are changing. Now you're a commission.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. But I'm looking at myself like, guy finished that today. One second, I was listening to your song. Now I'm grown. It's okay.
Yeah. But welcome on the show. I was even telling you in the background saying we've been trying to reach out just to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
Can you see us movie? One of the things that as Zambia, as people, we are super proud of. When we saw the trailer. And hey, that was your story.
Yes.
But before that, let's talk about your life as John Chiti. Maybe tell us what you were up to, how life has been before the Can You See Us movie, in between.
Yeah, I've been everywhere and about, but I think the main thing for me that was keeping me busy, because after music, I was trying out a number of things, a number of dreams. So one of the things that was really working for me was the organization. So I went more like full-time into activism. I'm an activist. I'm a music activist. I'm an advocate. I speak for people's rights. I speak for the vulnerable. So that really caught me into it. And I formed an organization for people with albinism called Albinism Foundation of Zambia. So I've been the director for some years and running it, and it has been growing. So that really kept me busy. But time and again, I usually get back to music, do one or two songs, although I was not really doing it as much as I was doing it during the Ngaudea time.
Yeah. Yeah. But how's it for you so far, pushing all those agendas that you've just mentioned? Are we facing any challenges so far?
We're making progress, and I want to appreciate everyone who is getting involved, the members, the volunteers, partners. So it's really working out, and we're expanding. We are seeing growth. We are seeing change. So it is a worth it's a worth cause, and I think it's a good cause, and we are happy to see how things are moving, the awareness. I mean, today it's no longer strange when you see a person with albinism. Yeah. It's no longer strange. It's not a taboo, but some time ago it used to be something really strange, but today it's like a normal thing, and we are beginning to be accepted in communities. People are beginning to accept us, that we are part of Zambia, we are part of the family, we are part of human kind, and we are one Zambia, one nation. So it's really going well, and we appreciate everyone who is getting involved.
Let's have a conversation about the Can You See Us movie. I watched the movie more than twice, because sometimes the first time you watch a movie, you can watch but you can't understand. Yeah. Some of us, we have to watch it twice for us to understand. Let's talk about the story. Like, how were you convinced to say, we want to do a movie about you? Who convinced you? And why did you decide to say, let me tell a story that people didn't know about John Chiti?
Yeah, you see, the way it happened, initially it was not a plan to do a movie. So what happened was I met Lawrence Thompson. You know, Lawrence Thompson is a filmmaker. He's a renowned filmmaker in the movie industry. I mean, talk about Cabanana and all those things. Yeah. So I was meeting him for the first time. I was curious because I've never met him. He was also meeting me for the first time. He has been seeing me as an artist, but so when we met for the first time, we were all just curious about each other, asking each other questions. I'm asking him, hey, how did you do with Cabanana? What happened? And he's also asking me questions. John, how did you become a musician? What did you go through? So when I was explaining all those things, I'm explaining my life story, answering his questions, were like, you know what, John? This is a good movie. I said, what? He said, your story makes a good movie. I said, oh, really? He said, what? I'm going to write a script. I said, well, I didn't think he was serious. After some time, he gets back to me, hey, John, I've written something from what you are telling me. Can you look at this? Then I look at this and say, oh, so you are serious? I said, yes, let's make a movie. So that's how the idea developed. And from there, we started collaborating. I started advising. I was the co-writer, actually. So he writes, I correct certain things, I clarify certain things. And then from there, I said, no, John, this has to be a very good movie, so let's look for sponsors. It has to be a big budget. They call it a big budget movie, where you don't want to compromise on sound, on quality, on picture, on locations. It has to be exact the way it is on the script. So we started looking for sponsors, and we tried a few companies here and there, and it took time, but successfully we managed to find someone who was willing to put in. He said, this is a very good story and we are going to fund it. So we had that contract, and they funded the production of the movie. From the beginning, the target was Netflix. From the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, we were saying, no, this movie has to go to Netflix. This is our target, because it's like us musicians. When you are singing a song, you already have your fans in mind, whether it's what type of people are you singing for. So even the movie, from the beginning, we had targeted Netflix, and this movie is going to Netflix. So when we were shooting, we had to check what is the standard for Netflix, what type of picture do they accept, what quality. So when we were looking for cameras, hiring all these things, we had already Netflix at the back of our minds, because it was our target.
I still want to get to find out. That was a deep story.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, did you really go through all those things that we saw in the movie?
Yeah, 90% of all those things. Only a small 10% was just added to dramatize and make the movie more appealing. But 90% of the things I went through. In fact, actually, some things we even left out. So
okay.
I'm actually working on a book that will have more details, more than the movie, because in a movie you are limited. You only have maybe an hour or so to compile everything. So we had to remove certain things, but I'm writing a book that will come, I think, early next year, and it will have all the details from the time I was born to everywhere. So, but most of the things I went through there in the movie.
Let's talk about albinism. Maybe to people who are watching right now, you don't know, you might not know. Maybe there's someone with albinism out there going through so much, and they're watching this interview that we are having right now. What would be your message, maybe to parents, guardians, family members, anything that you like to say that you feel like they need also to put into consideration?
Well, I think for anyone watching, whether you have albinism or you have a family member, you have a child with albinism, the key thing I would tell you is inspiration. There is an inspiration. We have heroes with albinism. Look at myself. Look at where I am. So if I can do it, you can also do it. You know what? It was more difficult for me because there was no inspiration. There was no John Chiti for me to look up to. So I was the one who was supposed to become an inspiration. So it was very hard. I felt lonely. I felt like I was the only one because there was no one to look up to. But now things are a bit better because we have John Chiti, we have Yellow Man, we have all these people up there. Just look up to us and say, if John Chiti can become a commissioner, if John Chiti can become a musician, you can also do it, whatever field. So you have a child with albinism, I want to encourage you, that child can become whatever you want. That child can become the next John Chiti. That child can become anything. So just give it a chance and don't let yourself down.
I don't know if you can correct me if I'm wrong. I saw you pushing that agenda because Zambian families, they can't afford
that. Most of them.
How's it going, that agenda, to make sure that people can afford?
Yes. Actually, so people are watching. I am after to end up on sunscreen and yakusuba, like people like us who have albinism, because you're not chingira kasuba. So you apply sunscreen so that you are not affected by the sun, because we lack melanin. So the fight has been rough, but we have made some progress with the new government, the new Don government. They have started buying sunscreen. So the only area where we need to improve is one, accessibility of sunscreen, because we have people with albinism all over, and most of them are in the rural areas. So we want everyone to benefit. So sunscreen should be distributed everywhere, countrywide, so that not only Rusaka, you have to listen to the sunscreen, but even someone who is in Shangom or someone who is in a rural place. That is one. The other area to improve is sunscreen is not charity. It's not kwati mwatumfiro rusati. Oh, no. Sunscreen is medicine. It's essential medicine. Think of it like ARVs. It's crucial. It's not cosmetic. So we have to change this perception both at government level and also at stakeholders, because when they buy sunscreen, they feel like they're doing us a favor. No, you are not doing us a favor. you just imagine this government gives free ARVs to people who are HIV positive because they understand how crucial and how important ARVs are. You never hear of a situation where ARVs are short. There is a shortage of ARVs because of the perception which is given to these medicines. So that is where we want sunscreen to be categorized, because sunscreen right now, people take it as a cosmetic, like maftafe or suafe. No, it's not maftafe. It's medicine, and it's very, very important to us. So we need that to be taken very seriously.
Okay. Now, fast forward, you're also back in the studio, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about music-wise. Few things here and there have changed. Sound producing, production has changed.
Yeah.
What homework has John Chiti been doing?
Trying to catch up with this generation. Oh man, things have changed. 10,
people are putting in work.
You know, people have changed. Platforms have changed. The promotion has changed. Music has changed. The sound is changed. So all the musicians like me, the first thing we have to do is to catch up first. Catch up, like, look, what is happening? Oh, okay. What are people dancing to? Okay, what's trending? We need to catch up because, I mean, you can't just left behind. We can't left behind. But one key thing is not to lose identity there, because there is a joint that people fall in love with. And we can't just completely run away from that and then start a new John Chiti. No, so we have to strike a balance here. We maintain the John Chiti of 2008, but also catch up with the new music, the new generation, so that we are also in tune.
Yeah. What would be your advice to maybe a new artist who's watching this show right now? They're trying to get, or maybe venture into their music career. They're trying to push their stuff. From what you've observed from the industry, from your experience, what would you advise them?
Well, I would advise them to look for, there are a lot of opportunities right now. I mean, people come to me to ask for advice, and sometimes I will give them advice for 2008. That is the time I was trending. So, you know what, for you to, but things have changed. So, even me now, I'm looking for advice. Okay, so so I think for now, the key thing now is we look at how life has advanced. We have the internet, for example, social media is there, which is a big thing. So this is very simple. You are an artist. You don't have a sponsor. You don't have money to go to a studio. Start from social media. Start from recording yourself. Post on social media. Someone will notice you, and it will start from there. So it's as simple as that. Don't worry about the big studios, the big budgets. Start from where you are. Get a phone. If you don't have a phone, go to a friend who has a smartphone. Record a 2-minute video. Sing. Do your thing. Post on Facebook. Do that for the next week, for the next month. I tell you, someone is going to notice you, and so one day you receive a call, and everything will continue from there. So let's utilize the internet's here to stay, and we just have to catch up with it.
Nice. Anything that we should expect? New music somewhere? Where can people find it?
Yeah, so I have a new album actually. It's called Chikondi Chapoyamba for this year, and it has 17 songs. So this album actually, I've worked with Jae Cash. He has featured on the very nice song called Nakulata, and I've also worked with Yellow Man. People have been looking, hey, what you with Yellow Man?
That collabo.
Yes, you need to watch out on this album. I've done a song with Yellow Man. I've also done something with Peterson, with Magford 4. I've also featured Israel, Taz. There are a number of artists who are featured on this program, on this album. And I've worked with different producers because I was trying to catch up as well. So KB Kira Beats has produced some songs, Jerry Fingers, Silent Eraser, and others. So my album is available online, because we're talking about online now. So the first platform is
no
online.
More VCDs. No more intercity pushing type of arrangement.
Remember those that used to come to my CDs like wakamba niko na kaprom nishnaka scratch na wakafunya mpoke naka scratch no scratch wakamba niko na kaprom. Those days are gone. So just go online, Boomplay, Spotify, all these platforms, YouTube. So my album is there. You can stream it, and you can watch the videos there as well. And then even following me on social media. So John Chiti is on social media. Follow me, interact with me, and let's enjoy the music.
Nice. It was great having a conversation with you, and we're hoping for more videos from that album that you mentioned. Is it also available on Boomplay?
Yes, it is available.
All right. So go check out the album all the way from John Chiti. We're having a conversation with him.